You have to start getting really, really comfortable with women being uncomfortable. That's just the way it is. The first one is from Cameron. He writes, "Hi, Brian. I love following your work." Thank you, Cameron. "It's really made a huge difference in my life as I've come to realize that the major block I have with women is self-rejecting things that I do subconsciously that push women away. I'm able to attract women initially, but when I get the courage to approach them, I end up sabotaging it. And I can see the girls getting weirded out by my sub-communication, and sometimes I can see that they are actually really annoyed by my persona. That comes up when I'm nervous talking to a beautiful girl. How can I become more aware of what I'm doing that is rejecting women? Inside myself, I feel fear, sometimes insecurity, and then usually when I see that women are responding poorly, I get frustrated and then I get depressed. And once again, I ruined an opportunity. I haven't been on a date in months, and I haven't had any physical contact with women for years or more. My confidence is really starting to plummet because I've been trying to fix this issue for years, and I'm not exaggerating. Sometimes I feel that I'll never be able to even get a date or kiss because of my self-sabotage. Can you give me an exercise or maybe just some words of advice on how to push past this stage?" Now, Cameron, first off, thank you for being so vulnerable and writing all that. That's a lot of stuff. What I noticed in there is you're very aware of the emotions that you go through in this experience. And you probably spend a lot of time thinking about it. The question I have is, do you feel those emotions or do you analyze those emotions? And said, this is what I'm feeling based on analyzation. Analyzation comes from the head, feeling comes from here. So what I'm really interested in is what you're feeling in the moment. If you really want to change this, you have to start feeling. Now, before I even get into that, I'm going to back up a little further now. You said when you approach women, things go wrong. Well, that's very common. Even guys that are good tend to create an awkward moment when they first approach. It gets awkward for a little bit. It gets a little strange. They just ground it out until things start to connect. Girls will test them. Girls will push. Girls will get awkward because it is awkward to have a stranger approach you. And it's even more awkward to have a stranger approach you and show some sexual interest or romantic interest in a sense. And so they get a little weirder. But as you demonstrate your masculine, the things I just talked about, and start to create a relaxation in your own body, it starts to cause them to relax. Now, that won't happen immediately. It might take 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. Depends on the girl. It could take a few minutes. So you have to start getting really, really comfortable with women being uncomfortable. That's just the way it is. You have to get really comfortable with grounding them when they're uncomfortable. Imagine you have a girlfriend. Is she ever going to be uncomfortable? Hell yeah, she's going to be uncomfortable a lot. If you can't ground, create a container, all the stuff we just talked about, well, you're going to have a really hard time staying in a long-term relationship, because that's the role of the masculine if you want to be the masculine in the relationship. So I want to recommend that you really start taking a look at that part of your life. Now, if these emotions are coming up, and let's say it's going past 10, 20, 30 seconds a minute, and you're just getting more awkward with her, that's what's pushing her away. You're getting awkward while she's getting awkward instead of grounding that situation, and that causes the whole conversation to die. So that's where you have to do your work. I highly recommend, since you've got some level of emotional awareness, at least it seems like, unless it's analytical, that you check out the book Letting Go by David Hawkins. Releasing is one of the most powerful, or letting go is one of the most powerful tools I find to help you really shift through your emotions. What you need to do is welcome those emotions, because it's the one thing that's really holding you back, is that you know what the emotions are, but you're not processing them out of your body. And you can do that. It doesn't take long at all to really process some emotions. It may take a while to get through all your stories, but you can let some stuff go and feel lighter immediately. So notice what you're feeling. If you're feeling frustrated, welcome the frustration in that moment, right when it's happening. Can I welcome this frustration? Can I allow it? And just notice what it feels like. And then ask yourself, after you've allowed it for a few seconds, can you let it go? Can I let go of this frustration? Now, to do this, you have to be feeling down through your body. Grounding and feeling down through your body. So I recommend you lower your head a little bit, feel right down the center part of your body. And if you have to, imagine you're opening, just as like an opening, whether it's in the stomach, the lower stomach, the heart, wherever you feel the frustration, and just open. And ask your body if you can just start letting it go, letting it out a little bit at a time. Some people, it helps if they put a straw in there. Some people, they're fine without it. and just imagine there's a little straw. Just let that tension out, let that energy out, let that emotion out. And if you feel even a hair lighter, you're growing. Some people just have to do it for a while before they start to notice the lightness because they don't have enough emotional awareness yet, but it sounds like you might have it. So just start doing that a little bit at a time, and then welcome what the next energy is. If the frustration completely leaves, then what else comes up? I think you said there's anger, let's say. I'm going to use anger. Welcome the anger, and then ask yourself, can I let the anger go? And just feel where it's at in the body. Drop your head. Can I let this anger go? Can I let a little more go? Take a deep breath if it comes up naturally. Can I let a little more go? Can I let a little more go? Make sure you're feeling your legs. And a little more. And a little more. And then start to notice if you're feeling a little lighter. And if you've got a little space in there that you've created, start to notice that and welcome a sense of more courage or more acceptance that's coming in. Can I welcome more courage now? Can I welcome a greater sense of courage that's coming up into my body? And some more. And some more. And some more. And the reason I picked courage is because you're letting go of a lot of fear and anxiety around approaching women. And so this courage starts to build. And it takes courage to face those emotions, allow them, and let some of them go. Now, let's say you only get a 1 or 2% change in this area, just from a release like that. Compound it over time. If you did a half hour, an hour of work where you're actually processing and releasing emotions a day, you could radically shift your life in a very short period of time. So it's a matter of getting started and sticking to it, just like weightlifting. When you go to the gym the first day, you don't expect to see new big muscles on your body, but you know there's something working in the background. So with this stuff, you have to take it seriously, you have to dig in, you have to do the work. Okay? So Cameron, I encourage you to get started right now. Check out Hawkins' book or check out one of our programs where we do specifically releasing for men in dating, relationships, and building confidence. We don't have any live programs yet. I mean, we don't have any online programs, but we do have live programs for that.